Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Debbie.
We are real-life scientists, and we want to share some science-y stories that are electrifying, inventive, and sometimes bizarre, but with an ad-libs twist.
You are listening to Lab Libs.
I'm a bio-pirate, actually. A mouse on a frog? You can't put a mouse on a frog, can you? Square dancing! Square dancing! Woo! Yeehaw!
Okay, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. It's been busy.
Yeah.
I know you're busy too.
Yep, always. But that's okay. I'm going to tell you something weird today.
Is it going to make me laugh?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I would like to laugh this time.
Okay. Well, as always, we'll start with a out-of-context quote.
Oh, good. I love these.
I actually couldn't choose one.
Oh, no.
I have to choose two.
I did that last time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the two quotes, and then we're going to have a Lab Libs right away. Okay, so these are both by the person that you're going to guess.
Okay.
Like the person said both of these quotes.
Okay.
The first one is, I do not think there is any thrill that can go through the human heart like that felt by the inventor as he sees some creation of the brain unfolding to success. Such emotions make a man forget food, sleep, friends, love, everything.
Whoa. Oh, boy.
And then the next one is also quite a doozy.
All right.
The same person said,
Yeah.
I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men.
Oh. Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
That's real nice.
So your first Lab Libs, I asked you to say a famous scientist. Mm-hmm. And you said
Louis Pasteur.
Louis Pasteur.
Yeah.
So do you think that Louis Pasteur said those things?
I mean, I guess it could be. Right?
I don't know.
I think it's definitely possible. I don't know.
No.
No.
No, there was more of an inventor.
Okay.
Yeah. It was Nikola Tesla.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you all about Nikola Tesla's life today.
Okay.
He was a character.
Uh-huh.
So I think that I already knew who Nikola Tesla is, but maybe some people don't. I'm sure most people are familiar with the name Tesla from the electric car company.
Right.
That is owned by Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. But this company was actually named after a scientist, Nikola Tesla.
Right.
Who was famous for his many groundbreaking inventions, including, most importantly, the alternating current electrical system, which was extremely fundamental to all modern electricity, and including the electric car batteries that Tesla company is famous for now.
Okay.
Elon Musk actually didn't come up with the name because I didn't know this before, but he did not invent the Tesla car.
Yeah.
It wasn't his company originally.
All right.
He just helped fund it from the beginning and later became the CEO.
Right.
The name was actually chosen by the founders of Tesla company, Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning.
Okay.
They chose it to honor and continue the legacy of Nikola Tesla.
Got it.
Without his inventions, electric cars just would simply be an impossibility. Mm-hmm. So you probably already knew Nikola Tesla, but you may not know a lot of really weird details about his life and his work.
No, I don't actually. I've read some stuff here and there, and he's been like an ancillary figure in some of like things that I've looked at, but I've not actually really looked at him, like specifically his life or like anything like that. I just kind of know of him.
Great. Well, start from the beginning. He was born in what is now Croatia at exactly midnight on July 10th, 1856. He's from Serbian descent. His parents were both Serbian.
Okay.
His dad was an Orthodox priest, and his mother was uneducated but highly intelligent, and he credits a lot of his interest in inventing to her. He said in his autobiography that she would invent tools and devices and make fabric with designs from her own mind. Like, she didn't use a pattern. She would just make the designs herself.
Yeah.
And she even spun the thread herself for those designs.
Wow.
Tesla was very creative in science from an early age. But pretty less well known was that he was actually an artist of some type as well. Which is your next lab libs. Type of art. What do you think type of art Tesla did in his free time?
I said painting. I think it could be painting.
Could be painting.
Yeah.
You always think your answers are right.
I'm
like, yes, that's right.
Actually, you know what? I believe that that's correct.
I believe that everything I said is factual.
I mean, I don't know. Sculpting is maybe, I guess, another one that it could be. I don't know what else.
I said art, type of art, kind of tricky.
Okay.
It's still a type of art, but it's actually poetry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He loved poetry.
Really?
He wrote lots of poems. Reportedly, he would write his ideas in the form of poems sometimes to remember them later.
Interesting.
He was pretty private with his poems, though.
Okay.
He never published them.
Yeah.
He published one throughout his life that was kind of like a parody joke towards his scientist friend. But that's the only poem that he ever published.
Interesting.
Yeah. As a scientist / poet myself, I can kind of relate to wanting to keep them sort of personal.
Yeah.
Definitely a personal thing. So here's an example of his kind of genius from a very young age. When he was a young child, someone showed him a picture of Niagara Falls, and he declared to his uncle that one day he would put a gigantic wheel under the falls and harness its power.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And years later, many years later, that was when he was 12.
Yeah.
And years later, he would actually do it. He would actually...
Wait, in the Niagara Falls?
In Niagara Falls.
Oh.
He would actually harness the power of Niagara Falls for the first time.
I didn't know that. Wow, okay.
Yeah. To produce electricity. We'll go more into that later.
Yeah.
He went to college at Polytechnic School near Vienna, succeeding greatly at first. He would take extra exams. He would pass nearly double the required amount in his first year. He just wanted to take extras.
Right.
And he would earn top grades in everything. But he developed a gambling addiction, and he did not graduate from that school. He dropped out.
What, like cards or something?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It didn't say. He finished his degree later at a different university, the University of Prague. And he got a job near there as a telephone line repairman.
Okay.
He was already inventing during that job. He invented the amplifier, which boosts electrical signals by repeating the signal over and over. Basically the precursor to the loudspeaker.
Right.
And he actually never applied for a patent for it.
Yeah.
Which was sort of a trend. He was brilliant, but he wasn't the best with the organizational and financial stuff.
I feel like I did know that maybe there was a couple of inventions that he
wasn't credited.
Invented, but he didn't patent.
This would happen throughout his life again.
Yeah.
So, he immigrated to the U.S. at age 28.
Okay.
And he had some amount of pennies in his pocket at the time, which is your next lab libs.
Okay. What, around about what year is this now? Like turn of the century? Or
this is in something like 1863.
Okay. When he came to America?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He was born in 1856 and he was 28. So it was something like in the 80s sometime.
Okay. 1880s. Right? Yeah.
1880s.
Okay.
Yeah. So he came to the U.S. nearly broke. This is your next lab libs.
Okay.
How many cents did he have in his pocket? 1 through 50.
Well, I said 12.
12
I think that's right. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's less than 12.
It's less than 12.
It's less than 12.
Oh, boy. No, I was going to go higher if you made me guess again. I was going to go higher. So, what, like 6?
Close. He had 4 cents in his pocket.
4?
4 cents.
Oh.
All he had on him when he moved to the U.S. was 4 cents in his pocket, plans and calculations for building a flying machine, and a few of his poems.
Wow.
And that's it.
A flying machine, huh?
Flying machine that he...
Right.
I didn't find anything about him inventing any kind of flying machine, but that's what he had in his pocket.
I have not heard of that.
It's funny how one of the most famous American scientists was an immigrant.
Right. Yep.
Almost like, I don't know, immigration makes a country stronger.
Or it's kind of all BS anyway. Like, everybody's from somewhere.
Everybody's from somewhere.
Yeah.
So yes, he is an American immigrant, Serbian American.
But we consider him like one of our American scientists, basically.
He did most of his inventing once he came to the U.S. He lived in New York City for 60 years.
Oh, okay.
He loved the U.S. At first, it was hard for him to adjust. But by the time he was here for 5 years, he was like, I don't know why anyone would live anywhere else.
Huh, okay.
So, yeah.
Must have been better back then.
No comment. So when Tesla came to the U.S., right away he started working with Thomas Edison, who was working on inventing electricity for the first time.
Right.
In New York City, he worked for Edison's company, who they were pioneering the light bulb. And Tesla actually worked closely with Edison during his short time there, improving and designing new machines for him, in fact. But when he asked for a raise from $18 a week to $25 a week, the business manager of the company said, quote, "No, the woods are full of men like Tesla. I can get any number of them I want for $18 a week." So I guess some things haven't changed.
Yeah. That sounds right.
I imagine that he regretted that later.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Okay.
So Tesla left Edison's company and he started working with... So Tesla left Edison's company.
Okay, right. So that actually did make him leave then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't
I wasn't sure if it
enough.
was just like a threat.
Right. He wasn't getting paid enough to focus on his own inventions, which he wanted to. So he left the company. He already had some plans for the alternating current invention.
Right.
He hadn't done it yet, but he had some ideas for it. And so he kind of shopped around with those ideas until he found someone who would want to fund him. And he found a man named George Westinghouse who owned a company and wanted to work with him on that.
Okay.
And could fund his work. So he continued developing those plans for the induction motor using alternating currents.
Right.
And I'm going to explain what all that means because I have to do a little bit of background research on physics. I don't know why I always pick things about physics because I hate physics, but here I am learning about currents.
Yay.
So Edison developed electricity using something called direct current, DC.
Right.
That's an electric current that runs through a circuit in a single direction continuously. It was used in the U.S. at first, but you can't convert the voltage up or down using DC. So it's difficult to transmit power long distance, and it's not very versatile for different uses because you need to have different voltages for different uses.
Right.
We still use DC for some things like inside of a computer, but most of the electricity, like all of the electricity used in your home and stuff like that is all alternating currents.
Okay.
So alternating current works by reversing the current in the circuit back and forth in opposite directions very quickly. For example, the standard in the US today is 60 times per second that it alternates.
Okay.
This standard is why, like, you have to use a different plug in a different country because they have a different alternating current speed per second.
Oh, okay.
Right. Another good thing about AC, alternating current, is that you can use a transformer to change the voltage really easily.
Okay.
Basically, okay, I didn't really totally understand this, but this is what I got from what a transformer is.
Yeah.
The transformer has, it's a device, doesn't do anything like active. It's a passive device.
Okay.
On one side, it has a certain number of coils. On the other side, it has a different number of coils. And the electricity passes through on either side.
Okay.
And it has a different changing magnetic field. Like the magnetic field is different because of the coils being a different number on each side.
Okay.
DC only has a static magnetic field, so you can't use it with the transformer.
Okay.
Because alternating current alternates like that back and forth directions.
Yeah.
It has a changing magnetic field, and so you can use it with the transformer. And the transformer is really important because you can produce AC electricity at whatever voltage is convenient for however you're collecting the electricity. And then you can increase the voltage by a lot to distribute it across vast distances, like power lines.
Right.
When you increase voltage, it makes it more dangerous. Higher voltage is a little bit more dangerous. Well, very much more dangerous.
Right.
But as you increase voltage, you decrease current. So because there's a low current, there's less electricity lost through the power grid and over these long distances.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So by the time it gets to your house, you haven't lost much. It's efficient. And then you can use another transformer in your house to switch it back to be whatever voltage you need inside your home. Low voltage where it's safe, and the higher current so it can power your devices.
Yeah.
So that's the only way that you can put electricity through a large distance.
Right.
So without Tesla developing alternating currents using magnetic fields like this, electricity could not have been transmitted very far without significant losses, which would make it very inefficient. So I gave you a lab libs of a number 1 through 5.
Yeah.
And this number is representing the number of miles that Edison's DC light bulbs could travel before needing another power station built. It's low. It's a low number of miles.
Yeah. So I said 2. But maybe it's 1.
Yeah,
It's 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so with the direct current, the light bulb could only be powered with from the one power station to the light bulb 1 mile max.
Right.
Before you would need another power station to make another light bulb.
Yeah.
So you would need like so many
power stations
just to have a few lights in a city.
Right.
Let alone needing lots of lights for everybody's houses and transmitting it over the whole country. It was just not really practical.
No.
So here's a first little hint of Tesla's quirkiness.
Okay.
Supposedly in 1882, before he came to the US, Tesla developed the plans for this induction motor.
Right.
While he was walking in the park reciting poetry.
Oh.
A Faust poem about dreaming of flying beyond the sun into eternal daylight. And the idea of alternating currents and using them to make an induction motor came to him in an epiphany while he was reciting this poem. So strongly that he stopped and drew the plans with a stick in the sand.
Is this even true?
That's probably
What he would tell.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
what he would say.
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a mad scientist genius. Maybe something sparked his mind from thinking about that.
I know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Sunlight or I have no idea.
No.
I read the poem.
There's no invention that's just popped into my mind. I'll put that in there.
I read the poem that he was reciting, the section of it that he was reciting. I didn't get any
You didn't get
epiphanies from it. I didn't even really understand it.
You didn't even create an invention?
I didn't even create an invention.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So Edison was already pretty famous at this point, like for quote unquote creating electricity. Right?
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't very useful electricity.
Right.
Edison was a great businessman, but Tesla was not really good at being a businessman.
Okay.
He was still unknown at the time. He was bad sometimes at remembering to patent his work, and he wasn't very financially savvy. So this kind of battle for electrical dominance began between him and Edison. And it came to a head at the 1893 World Fair in Chicago.
Yeah, I've heard this.
You've heard about this?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. The World Fair was something that they did every year, and they would like showcase new things.
There are some crazy things that came out of the World's Fair.
Well, most of the crazy stuff happened at this particular World Fair.
This one, right.
It happened every year, but this one in 1893 was the 400-year anniversary of the World Fair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so they really went all out. They had all kinds of exciting things on display. And one of them was to be the first time it was lit up with electricity. The whole fair lit with light bulbs.
Wow.
For the first time. So they had sort of a competitive bidding war on who would light the World Fair.
All right.
For however little money possible. Right? So Edison first put in a bid of $1.8 million.
That seems like
1893, $1.8 million.
Did you do the conversion?
No, I did not. I bet it's a lot.
That sounds absurd, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, $1 million in 1893 is equivalent to $35 million now. Give or take. So 1.8 million would be just insane. What, almost 60 million?
Like 60 million, something like that, yeah.
Woo! So,
oh, man.
They laughed at him.
Okay, all right. I was going, wait, did that work?
He put in another bid for $554,000.
Okay, that's pretty big jump down.
Right. Then Westinghouse, the one who was funding Tesla.
That was helping Tesla.
And Tesla, they kind of sneakily, Edison didn't know they were going to put in a bid. But they put in a bid for $399,000.
Did they know how much his bid was?
I don't know.
Oh, it would be funny.
That would be funny.
Found out and they undercut him on purpose.
Exactly, right? So they won the bid.
Wow, okay.
Yep. So Tesla used his AC transforming voltage system for the first time for the world to see at this World Fair.
Yeah.
To light it all up. He had President Grover Cleveland push a button.
Yeah.
And 100,000 light bulbs lit up all at once all over the fair.
Holy crap.
They were powered by 12,000 horsepower AC generators.
Oh my gosh.
And they really shocked the crowd.
This is wild for this time.
Is. Yeah, it is.
I can't even. They probably thought it was like witchcraft or something.
I know, right?
Wow.
So he displayed his new invention in all its glory. And another important thing was that he proved it was safe.
Okay.
Because Edison was kind of doing a smear campaign against Tesla's alternating currents.
Right.
Saying that it wasn't unsafe for people. Another way that he proved its safety was that he once publicly demonstrated that it was safe by sending 250,000 volt shocks through his body with the alternating current.
Oh.
And he was fine.
Oh.
These two things and other public displays like this were instrumental in convincing the public that AC was both amazing and great and safe for use in their homes.
Right.
And by the next few years, 80% of electricity in the U.S. was using alternating currents rather than Edison's direct current.
Wow.
Yep. All of this kind of catapulted Tesla into a bit of fame. And he rode this wave of success to win the bid for building the world's first hydroelectric power plant at Niagara Falls in 1896, which was his dream from when he was a child. Yeah. So he actually did it.
That is crazy.
I know, isn't it? It is crazy. So he used the alternating current system to harness power from the falls. He used big turbines to spin generators. So
Okay.
basically, he was right. A giant wheel, more or less.
Yeah.
The modern version of a giant wheel. And he used that energy to power Buffalo, New York, 20 miles away.
Whoa.
From Niagara Falls.
Oh my gosh, what a show off.
He invented a bunch of other stuff. That was his biggest, like, showy invention, and it's credited as one of the most important inventions of all time.
Yeah.
But he had also over 700 patents throughout his lifetime.
Jeez.
Including one called the Tesla coil, which you've probably seen demonstrated at a science center somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like those big towers with like a big bulb at the top, and you touch it with something and the big lightning comes out.
Yeah.
Well, it's called that because he invented it.
Oh.
He did that in 1891. It was the first system that could transmit electricity wirelessly. It was super fundamental to developing radio antennas and telegraphs.
Okay.
It's even still used in radios and televisions today. So here's another time when the patenting, his patents were not enough to credit him with inventing this technology.
Okay.
Just like with the amplifier that he made years and years before when he was a telephone line repairman. He developed this Tesla coil technology.
Yeah.
And had a patent for it by 1900. But another man, Guglielmo, don't know how to say that name, Guglielmo Marconi, was credited with the invention of the radio in 1904. And he won the Nobel Peace Prize in Physics that year.
Oh, wonderful.
Tesla would later say that he believes Marconi used his own work, Tesla's work, from his public lectures and writings to develop and market the radio that should have been credited to Tesla and his patents. Tesla fought him in court over the patent, but he ultimately lost because Marconi had already transmitted the first radio signals himself at that point. So the U.S. Patent Office and the courts decided that he should be credited with the radio, not Tesla. He was very upset by this.
Yeah.
He considers it one of his biggest disappointments.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, another invention by Tesla is your next lab libs.
Okay.
It's a common item in your living room. You said lamp,
Yeah.
which is kind of a fitting guess.
Yeah, that was crazy, right?
He sort of did invent lamps.
Right. That's wild how that kind of
That's not the one I was
correlated.
thinking of, though. It's something different.
Something in your living room that he invented. It's not TV.
No, it's
Not TV. Okay.
It's sort of related to a TV.
But not the radio, because we just went over that.
Not the radio.
A fan? No, that's not related to a TV. What is it?
The remote control.
Oh!
Yep.
Okay.
So Tesla invented the remote control.
Okay.
At first, no one believed him.
I mean, this is a great invention.
The idea of pointing a device at something to make it go, was absurd to people. They ridiculed him. They did not believe him. And so he famously demonstrated a remote-controlled boat in Madison Square Garden in 1898.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. Did you're a little bit younger than me. Did you have a time period in your childhood where you didn't have a TV remote? Do you have a memory of that? Or you kind of always remember having a TV remote?
I think maybe when I was really little, I remember my dad having to get up and change the channel.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I remember having to get up, go crank the little dial thing on the television to change the channel. So when remotes started coming out, it was like I said earlier, witchcraft. It was just I can't believe I don't have to get up.
I wonder why, since the remote control itself was invented
I know, why did it take
before
them so
1900?
long?
I wonder why it took so long to have a TV remote.
Yeah.
Maybe they were very expensive or something. They weren't practical to have.
Expensive to make.
Maybe it wasn't practical to have a remote for every single TV, as a consumer.
Yeah. No, I just remember it.
I didn't
sucking.
really think about that.
Yeah. When you told me the year, I was like, I mean, we're talking 100 years later. I was getting up and switching the TV manually.
Well, not 100 years later. It was 1898.
Right?
Oh, you're right. Weird.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah. Almost 100 years later, probably in the 1990s. Mm-hmm. That's strange. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was really big or something. Like maybe the remote
that would be
funny. Large.
This is huge.
Yeah. I don't know.
Remote that's like the size of the TV.
Yeah. Oh, that would be funny. I'd like to see that.
That would be great.
I'd like to see that. Yeah. He was also integral in the development of X-rays. He didn't invent the X-ray, but he helped in the development of it. He called them shadowgraphs, which I really think that we should have kept.
That's a nice name.
It's a great name. It sounds very mystical.
And it kind of sounds appropriate, kind of too.
Right. I like it. I like it better than X-rays. I'm going to go to the doctor and I'm going to be like, I need a shadowgraph.
We're just going to use it.
Yeah.
Screw them.
He would experiment with the X-ray shadowgraphs by shooting willing participants with X-ray guns.
Oh.
To produce images of their anatomy on screens behind them.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that had no bad effects on them later at all.
Not at all.
Oh, this just reminds me of putting the flies through the X-ray machines in the screwworm fly episode. I bet Tesla would have liked that they did that. Yeah. I think that he would have found that amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably would have come up with that before anybody else did.
Probably. His experiments in Colorado Springs, he lived there for just a couple of summers.
Okay.
And those experiments got a lot of attention because he built this big tower of a Tesla coil. Mm-hmm. And he was producing 30-foot tall man-made lightning bolts.
Oh.
That could be seen 10 miles away.
Oh.
So he got a little bit of media coverage for that.
I imagine. What was the point in that? Just to be fancy?
He just I'll get into it later, but he had a lot of wild ideas about what he could do with this electrical power that he was generating with the Tesla coils.
Okay.
So he was always trying to make bigger ones and stronger ones for all these ideas that he had. This was kind of later in his life a little bit.
Yeah.
He started having all these crazy ideas. He also invented the precursors to fluorescent and neon lights in the 1890s.
Okay.
He would use electricity at very high frequency to produce light without a filament, which is apparently how neon and fluorescent lights work.
Okay.
That they don't have that little thingy in the middle of the light bulb.
Right. That coily looking thing.
Yeah, that's a filament.
Okay.
And neon and fluorescent lights
don't have
use really high frequency electricity.
Okay.
In order to produce the light without that little filament. And he invented the one step behind that fluorescent invention.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He had a bunch of other plans that were never built, but he had designs of them. One of them, scary thing.
Okay.
In the 1930s. Now, this is a time in his life where he was a little bit more off the wall.
Okay.
By the 1930s. He developed
he was doing a lot of electricity and radiation.
Yeah, when he was in Colorado making those big lightning bolts, he was sure that he could control the weather.
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So in the 1930s, he developed plans for what he called the teleforce, which was basically a huge particle beam weapon. Other people called it a death ray. And he claimed that he could destroy tanks and airplanes from miles away wirelessly.
Yeah.
He said it could bring down a fleet of 10,000 enemy warplanes at a distance of 200 miles. Ironically, he was a pacifist.
Yeah.
And he imagined it being used as defense
Like a
for the
deterrent
country.
kind of?
Yeah, kind of like a dome of an area where other countries would be like scared to to come near us.
Yeah.
Because of our
not for something like
particle beam.
offensive.
Right.
Like,
I think maybe he never tried to develop it because he was maybe scared that it would be used offensively.
you know what? He was right.
He was right. It would have been used offensively for sure.
Most definitely. Yeah.
In fact, the U.S. military used his plans for that death ray later in the 1980s when they were trying to develop some kind of defense system. I couldn't find any details about it other than people said it was straight out of Star Wars.
Yes. I think
They did not make it.
I think
thankfully.
I've seen like when like something on the History Channel or one of those like National Geographic or something was like History's Mysteries or something like that, and there was a thing on there about like a death ray type thing because they thought that I can't remember how old the plans were, but they thought that they had found that somebody had made plans for it like, you know, a long time ago.
Tesla. Yeah, they were definitely probably talking about Tesla.
Yeah, probably.
So over his lifetime, as he aged, his personality and the claims that he made of what he could and would invent became more and more unhinged. He studied some topics that I asked you to guess in your lab libs. Powers that are in science fiction movies.
Yeah.
You said invisibility, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
It wasn't invisibility. You want to take another guess? There's two that I'll accept. What do you think he was studying? That's like straight out of a science fiction novel.
I don't know.
He studied a lot about teleportation and time travel. He was convinced that
he could do that.
he could do those things.
Okay.
He also believed that he could create anti-gravity airships. And like I said before, that he thought he could control the weather using his artificial lightning. He had an idea that he talked of extensively, that he could develop a device to record memories in the brain and display them on a screen like a movie.
But okay, pause. I have a question. All right. You read me the quotes earlier, so I just want to kind of make sure that I'm right in assuming like did he not like get married and have a family and kids?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Well, he needed a wife, I think.
Well, yeah, well,
or somebody, anyways. Like
I don't know.
Needed somebody to.
He thought that would
him grounded.
keep him from inventing stuff. Like in his quote, he said,
Well, you
know. So, yeah, and about that death ray teleforce weapon, he spoke of it with great passion, claiming he had parts of it built and plans made that could be used to build it. But after his death, a box supposedly containing those parts for this weapon were just like some basic old equipment in the box, like pieces of a regular equipment. Nothing to do with the death ray at all. So he seemed to have some kind of like delusions about what he was doing.
Yeah.
He also thought, well, he built this 187-foot tower, and he thought that he could wirelessly send electric power through the Earth itself to power the whole planet for free. This is where some of the claims, like people talk about how if Tesla would have had funding to do this work, it's like a conspiracy theory. That if Tesla had gotten funding for this tower, we would have all had free Wi-Fi worldwide. You know, that's where that comes from.
Okay.
That he thought he could send this electric power through the Earth, like use the Earth as a conductor.
Right. And then that wouldn't hurt anyone.
Right.
Right.
Not at all. Yeah. He also thought that strange or odd signals that he picked up were transmissions from aliens on Mars, and that they were using their planet as a conductor as well.
Okay.
Okay, this was my favorite thing that I found. Okay. I just really love picturing this like genius, like electrical physics genius in the park with these animals.
Okay.
Your next lab, Libs, I asked you to give me an animal found in a large city. So he lived in New York City, and he was obsessed with a particular animal that was common in the city. You said rats.
I mean, that should be right.
That should be right?
Yeah.
I think it was rats.
I know it's not because you told me I didn't get any answers right.
You didn't get any answers right this time.
Come on, man. Like, how much closer
Do you want to try again?
On that?
Or you want me to tell you?
I don't know. Cats? Like, pigeons?
Pigeons.
Okay.
He loved pigeons. The man was obsessed with pigeons.
That's a red flag.
No. I thought it was fun and quirky.
That's a red flag for
Tesla, was obsessed with pigeons. He would go to the park and feed pigeons for hours on end. He lived in a hotel suite for most of the time that he was in New York City. He would ask the hotel chef to prepare special blends of seeds and nuts to feed to the pigeons. And he would bring them back to his house. Like, he would bring them back to his suite to, if they were injured or sick, he would bring them back and, nurse them to health.
Okay. Not for nothing, but this gives strong Home Alone 2 vibes.
Oh, you're not even ready for this next part.
Okay.
Now, this is not fake because he said it in his own autobiography.
Okay.
He described his love for one particularly special white pigeon.
Oh, boy.
He said, quote, this is disturbing.
Okay.
He said, I loved that pigeon the way a man loves a woman, and she loved me.
Oh.
As long as I had her, there was a purpose to my life.
Oh, boy.
I get it, I guess. I love my pets. Not romantically, but... I guess.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. He never married, and he was celibate his whole life, by the way.
Holy moly.
Like the quote, that out of context quote from before.
Yeah.
Kind of alluded to. He believed that romantic relationships would stop him from being dedicated to his research, and that he wouldn't have been able to invent as much as he did and dedicate himself to his work had he had any romantic ties at all. The pigeon eventually died, as pigeons do.
They do, yeah.
He reported that she came to him and told him that she was dying, and that he saw white lights brighter than any he'd ever seen shine out of her eyes. And he would tell his family that he felt his life's work was over at that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really am thinking that something that he had been working with for his whole life may have done some sort of damage to he
had some mental health issues. Yeah.
All right.
I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But
I know people that worked a lot with mercury back in the day before that, and that's where Mad Hatter comes from.
Right.
I don't know if
Not
something
sure if
he
it
was working with was
he did experiment with those x-rays a lot.
Yeah.
And he would shoot himself with x-ray guns and stuff like that, and send
and he
hundreds
shocked
of thousands
himself.
volts through his body.
Yeah.
Who knows what that did to him.
Yeah.
That's
just the thought I'm having.
He also had really bad insomnia, I read.
Oof.
That he would sometimes
that'll
get
make you delusional.
2 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah, that'll make you delusional.
And his research assistants would say that he would be so exhausted during their research days that he would just pass out on his desk. Would just fall to his desk and fall in the middle of something.
Right.
So I'm sure that contributed to this.
Well, yeah, like I said, that'll make you pretty nutty.
Yeah. It seems that there was a pattern of mental illness symptoms, at least, because we don't really know what people
Right.
from back then had, because there were not
Yeah.
diagnoses for all these kinds of things. But it seems that from what we can tell,
Kind of pieced
his
together now.
dad had some kind of schizophrenia. And there was some like other mental illnesses in the family. So, yeah.
Okay.
He saw bright white lights come out of the pigeon's eyes.
Right.
And she told him she was dying.
She was dying. Uh-huh.
So, who knows?
Okay.
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I thought this was also like quirky and fun. I asked you another lab libs, a famous author of the late 1800s. You said Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
This was someone he was friends with. He was good friends with this author. No, Edgar Allan Poe wasn't really in the U.S., so...
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I thought he was British.
No.
Oh, I don't know anything about
He's
history.
American. Yeah.
I don't know anything about history except the things I've learned on this podcast.
He's American.
Okay, well, it wasn't Edgar Allan Poe. You want to try
Well,
again?
Edgar Allan Poe, as I said, that's my dude.
Right?
Pour a little liquor out.
Okay. I don't have any liquor.
Now, that has like a double meaning, because if anybody's ever read about Edgar Allan Poe's death, it's kind of got some mystery to it.
Oh, really?
Probably like some sort of alcohol. I don't know, just something alcohol related or whatever, but there was all these things that happened to him. Like they found him wearing somebody else's clothes and like beat up or something like that. There was 3 days or something of time, some period of time where he was missing. And then when they found him, he was all kinds of fucked up. And so his death came not too long after that. So it's kind of still like,
That's why you kind of say that. Pour a little liquor out for it?
yeah.
Interesting.
Plus, I love Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah. No, he wasn't friends with Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay. Well,
He was friends with Mark Twain. They were very close friends.
okay.
Tesla told him when they met that Mark Twain's books were the only thing that kept him alive when he got really sick as a child. That they kept his mind off of the strife that he was going through. And Mark Twain apparently took this to heart and like teared up a little even hearing that. And they basically became besties. Mark Twain would regularly visit Tesla in his lab and was fascinated by electricity and all the work that he was doing.
Interesting.
They would experiment together on things and like just play around kind of with stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes ridiculously. Like Tesla once shot Mark Twain in the head with an X-ray gun. Sure, that was great for his brain. And this one I don't really get, but apparently Mark Twain had some kind of gastrointestinal issues in his life.
Okay.
And Tesla was convinced that this machine called an oscillator
Right.
that vibrated a lot
Okay.
would help his digestive problems
Okay.
somehow. So Mark Twain sat on top of this vibrating machine
Yeah.
and he said it felt good, that it was invigorating
I bet.
to him.
Yep.
You bet. He wouldn't get off. He was sitting on there for so long. And eventually the only reason that he had to get off of the machine was because like it worked as a laxative. And he had to go rush to the bathroom.
Oh. Okay.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
They sounded like weirdos. And I just want to say, again, with absolutely no evidence, as I do in every episode,
Yes.
now I feel obligated
You have to.
find something in the episode that I think is so fucking gay.
Yeah.
Like, Mark Twain and Tesla being besties, I feel that it was gay.
Yeah.
I could not find any evidence for that. Everywhere says,
Yeah.
you know, Mark Twain was married and happily, like, had a family and stuff, but I just think it's a little sus.
It's weird. Yeah.
Like two grown men hanging out, shooting X-ray
Shooting
guns
each
at each
other.
other's heads. Like, Sitting on vibrating machines.
They're basically playing with toys.
Sitting on vibrating machines, Debbie.
Yes.
It's giving homosexual. That's all I'm saying.
I have to agree.
Think they were gay for each other. I just think so in my mind. That's my headcanon. Think it was a little fruity. I can say all this because I'm gay, okay, people? Listeners?
Right.
I'm allowed.
I guess maybe we should have stated that.
I guess so.
I mean, I don't know. Well, that could possibly explain why he didn't ever marry or something.
Right. That's what I thought too.
Because at that time, it was like completely not acceptable.
Because he had apparently lots of attention from the ladies. But he was completely uninterested.
Right. Yeah.
Like I said before, he did struggle with some mental health issues.
Yeah.
I asked you to give me a type of mental illness for your second to last lab libs.
I said schizophrenia. I mean, I wouldn't think would be close since you said there was like kind of a family history of it.
Yeah.
But again, you told me I got nothing right.
I'm sorry. I didn't make the guesses
You
you
did. You made it so that I did not guess any of the right answers.
Tricked you.
And that's rude. And I don't like it. But I was thinking maybe like depression.
Maybe, but it seems that he had lots of symptoms of obsessive compulsive disorder.
Okay. Yeah.
He was extremely concerned with cleanliness and germs. He would wash his hands obsessively. He would want his food to be boiled before he would eat anything.
Okay.
And he would wear gloves a lot and refuse handshakes a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said all of this germaphobe tendencies, he said all of it stemmed from this one time that he saw some bacteria under a microscope in his drinking water.
Ooh.
And he would say, like, if you saw these something, they didn't write down the exact quotes, but he said something like, if you saw these disgusting little creatures in your water, you would never drink another drop without boiling it.
If you see what I see.
So, I mean, it's not funny, like, but
I know.
He also had a strong affinity for the number 3. He wanted everything that he received to be in multiples of 3. Like towels for his hotel rooms.
Okay.
He would want exactly 18 towels.
Right.
When he stayed in any hotel, he would request that the hotel room that he was in was a number divisible by 3.
Whew.
He would walk around buildings 3 times before entering.
Oh my
It's like a lot of stuff. It got worse as he got older.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hated round objects. He had a phobia of like small round things. He supposedly would not speak to a woman if she was wearing pearls.
Oh, yeah.
So, again,
Right.
maybe he was just coming up with reasons why he didn't want to speak to women. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, it seemed that he had a
Interesting.
phobia of like small round objects.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he lived in a time where they didn't recognize lots of mental illnesses,
Yeah.
including OCD. So he didn't
wasn't
ever
getting
get
treatment or
no,
anything,
he didn't ever get any support or treatment for these things. People either wrote it off as silly eccentricities. If they liked him, they would say, "Oh, he's just weird," or he's just eccentric.
Right.
Or his critics would just say he's completely insane.
Crazy. Yeah.
By the time he died in 1943, he wasn't famous or notable in the scientific world anymore.
Wow.
He had that little bit of fame during that like 1890s
little time period, yeah.
Yeah, but even though he continued inventing for his whole entire life, he wasn't well known by the 1940s.
Interesting.
And he died alone with his pigeons, broke and uncelebrated. He was found by a maid in his hotel suite at the age of 86. He lived a long time.
I was going to say, I mean, he lived a pretty full life.
Yeah. One unfortunate thing is that 5 months after Tesla's death, in June of 1943, the U.S. Patent Office changed their mind and granted Tesla the patents for his radio technology.
Oh.
And the Supreme Court ruled in his favor.
Wonderful.
So we now credit Tesla with the invention of the radio.
Okay.
But he never knew that.
Know that.
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It was still one, like in his mind, one of his greatest failures. Yeah. So sad.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with one more bizarre thing that I found. After his death, and it's also your last lab libs.
Okay.
After his death, the FBI came to his hotel suite and confiscated everything.
Really?
They wouldn't give it back to his family at first. And your lab libs, I asked you an extended family member.
Yeah.
And this person was the one that fought to get some of his belongings back.
Stuff. Okay.
You
I said second cousin.
Second cousin. Yeah.
Maybe somebody closer than that.
It was a little closer than that.
Yeah, who was it?
It was his nephew.
His nephew.
He had a few siblings, but he was closest with his youngest sister, and it was one of her children. His
Do
nephew.
you think that the reason that they confiscated like that stuff was to see if there was anything that they, like any research that they could use for their...
You guessed it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. His nephew fought to have his things sent to him, like to have Tesla's things sent to him. But it wasn't really clear what was released and how much the FBI kept or why they did this in the first place until actually 2016 under the Freedom of Information Act. A lot of things became declassified. It's exactly what you said. It turns out the government was concerned about his plans for that death ray particle beam. And there were also some rumors that he had designed a torpedo, which apparently were not true.
Okay.
But some of his belongings have resurfaced and are being used to make a museum out of his old abandoned laboratory in Long Island.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. Wow. That was really interesting.
Yeah,
I did not know all of that.
Oh, good. I didn't either.
No, I didn't.
There's so much about him and his life and his strange personality that I had no idea.
Yeah.
But certainly by far my favorite thing I learned was that he loved pigeons.
Yeah.
I can just imagine him like hair askew, eating pigeons.
Yeah.
Mark Twain by his side.
That's pretty funny. I did not know about that relationship either.
No,
like, that
me
they
neither.
were friends or anything like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that was awesome. Thank you.
Well, I fell down this electrical... I can't think of a pun. Here we go. I got it.
Okay.
It's here.
Okay.
My interest was sparked
Oh, boy.
by Tesla this week. What did you find interesting this week? What rabbit hole did you fall down?
So, I went down the rabbit hole. As you know, our last episode was on the London beer flood. Now, when I was researching the London beer flood, I did see a few other examples of kind of similar things that have happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like thinking about what rabbit hole I would, look into and everything.
By kind of similar, do you mean like floods of stuff that's not water?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I was like, well, let me dig back into that. Let me see. Because I only remembered a couple of examples off the top of my head that kept coming up when I was researching that one. So, but I did look it up and there was quite a few. So I'm just going to give you a list. I'm not going to make you guess anything or anything, but well, some of these are pretty wild though. Okay.
I'm excited.
So we had the London beer flood in 1814. Then it's something called the Washburn A Mill in the U.S., a flour mill in Minneapolis.
A flood of flowers?
No.
Oh, man.
Flour, like baking flour?
Oh.
Yeah.
That seems not as fun.
No, and it's not a flood. Flour dust ignited and it caused and this was the largest flour mill at the time. It caused a massive explosion, and it killed 18 people and like leveled the entire facility.
I didn't even really know that flour was flammable.
I know, I didn't either until I looked into that a little bit. Yeah, it is.
It explodes.
And it's also because it's so dusty, it can be really dangerous like that because it's out there, just floating around. So yeah, huge chunks of granite landed as far as 8 blocks away, and
oh my God.
Windows were broken for miles, and the explosion was felt across the city
Wow.
of this flour mill.
Where was that?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. I cannot say
Minneapolis.
that. Minneapolis.
Yeah, I've been saying it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Minnesota.
Minnesota. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So then this one's pretty wild. Hey. Okay. So this one is in 1875.
Okay.
And then it's in Ireland. And it's another alcohol-related.
Of course it is.
So it's called the Dublin Whiskey Fire.
Oh,
And
that sounds bad.
a blaze burst 5,000 barrels of whiskey, and it sent a burning river of whiskey through the streets.
Whoa.
Yeah, like
Terrifying, but I bet that looked crazy cool.
it like just leveled this place. It was just insane.
Wow.
People describe seeing this fire traveling down the road.
Man, I bet they were like, I'm in hell right
Yeah,
now.
this is hell.
Wow.
Okay. So people did end up dying. 13 people ended up dying
Wow.
days later from alcohol poisoning.
What?
Because this whiskey place was like a distillery, and it was not, it was concentrated still. And they drank it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of the streets?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So remember how I
why
said
was
like
it concentrated? Because it was still in the process
yeah,
of being
exactly.
made?
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
see.
before they watered it down or whatever. I don't know. I didn't look into whiskey
How was
distillation.
it
but
still in the streets days later? Wouldn't it have
no, they were
evaporated?
collecting it.
Oh, they collected
They were
it. I
collecting it when it was going down, like puddling, flooding everywhere, and then within a couple of days, like there ended up being 13 people died. When I first read that it was 13 people died, I thought it was going to be like fire.
From the fire?
Yeah, fire related.
So no one died from the fire?
No one died from the fire. Yeah.
But they were like, let's celebrate.
Remember how I told you in the London beer flood that there was kind of a rumor because it was an Irish immigrant like town as well, that there was a rumor that they were doing that then, but that one was mostly unfounded. From what I could find, that wasn't true.
Right.
But here it was true.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess whiskey is more enticing for some reason.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Okay, so next one.
Okay.
It's in the U.S.
Okay.
in 1919 in Boston.
Tea.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Wouldn't that be funny?
No. Okay. A poorly built tank collapsed at a molasses
Oh, God.
facility.
Oh, no.
So a poorly built tank collapsed, releasing 2.3 million gallons
No.
of molasses,
No.
traveling at a speed of 35 miles an hour,
Oh, no.
killing 21 people.
Yeah.
And devastating Boston's north end. So we'll put this up like on our socials or something, but I just wanted to show you. This is what Boston, the north end of Boston, looked like after the molasses flood.
Oh, my God.
Just like completely flattened. It looks like a hurricane or something.
It really does. It's crazy, like, from this picture. it just looks like water because it's in black and white.
Right. Yeah.
But I imagine the thickness.
I know. And how could you get it out of anything?
Sensory nightmare. Man,
Sticky. Ew.
I thought the beer flood was like the worst.
Yeah.
But I would definitely
Molasses would be
not
hard.
want to be
Try
to have all my
cleaning
stuff
that.
covered in beer.
Yeah.
But molasses, that sounds even worse.
No, thank you. Okay, another fun food.
Wait, I'm not surprised that so many people died in that too, because to be drowning in something so thick would probably be worse and harder to get out of than just drowning.
I can't
in
even
liquid.
wrap my brain around it, to be honest.
Can't even
Like,
imagine.
It
Yeah.
sounds so weird.
That does sound really
It's
weird.
bizarre. Really
we
bizarre.
Shouldn't keep such large amounts
Right.
in one tank.
And you would also think if it's such a, I mean, it's slow as molasses is a phrase, right?
Yeah.
How
But to be moving that quickly.
How did it move that fast?
don't
You would
know.
think people could have just walked,
The volume of
walked
it.
away, you know?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Okay, here's another fun one. It was in 1972 at sea. I can't remember when.
I would imagine none of these people involved in these things thought they were very fun, Debbie.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't think anyone died in this one. Okay.
Maybe they did think it was fun. Then I don't know. I
maybe
haven't
they
heard
thought
it.
it was fun, right?
Tell me, and then I'll say if I thought they were
Okay. It is,
fun. Or if they thought it was fun.
It's known as the tapioca freighter fire.
Okay.
Yeah. So a cargo of tapioca, like dried tapioca, you know, like what goes in pudding and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. Caught fire on this big ship, cargo ship. It caught fire, which it was fine, you know, whatever. They were able to put it out, and that's great and everything. But then all the water that they used to douse the flames then made this tapioca
Into
grow.
Oh gosh.
So
Okay, that is kind of funny.
that's fun, right? Okay, so that it got so heavy, like the tapioca swelled so like dangerously that they thought it was gonna like split the ship in half.
Whoa.
So they were ditching tapioca off the ship.
Oh my god. You know, I bet they didn't think it was funny while it was happening, but I bet they laughed later.
But afterward,
I bet they did.
they were like, "Dude, remember?"
I bet they did laugh
that
about
time.
it. Yeah. That's insane.
This is in Georgia in 2008.
Okay.
Sugar dust ignited at the
So much dust.
I know,
Catching
it's a lot-
fire. I didn't know that
lot of
was a
dust.
thing.
Yeah. Sugar dust ignited at the Imperial Sugar Refinery in Georgia, causing a fireball explosion
Holy shit.
and killing 14 workers.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Goes back to our like whole, you know, OSHA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like how was this able to happen?
So
you know?
recently, 2000.
That one was not long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember like hearing anything about fireball at a sugar factory.
Me neither. Okay, 2000 in the U.S., Kentucky bourbon fire, a distillery explosion spilled 1 million gallons of flaming bourbon, again flaming, into the Kentucky River. No people were killed.
Crazy when there's like a fire in a body of water.
Yes,
always
that
so
is
strange.
apocalyptic right there.
Yeah.
Okay. No people were killed, but we did lose 228,000 fish.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's sad.
in the Kentucky River.
I don't like that.
No,
Poor
me neither.
fish.
Ooh,
Damn.
this one's fun. It's another molasses.
Okay. Who knew that molasses was so dangerous?
It's so popular.
Yeah. Who even has molasses?
We have molasses.
I don't
What are we
know.
doing? This was in 2013.
Maybe there's like lots of molasses in like the Midwest or something. I don't know what they do over there.
I don't know, but this was in Hawaii.
Okay, never mind.
Yep. And so there was, from what I understand, there was a pipeline of molasses
Pipeline.
that,
What are they doing with this molasses?
as you can imagine, I don't think the Hawaiian people were super excited about having this pipeline. So
Yeah.
right, and it leaked, as pipelines do.
Yeah.
Like
All the time.
are going to do.
Yeah.
At one point in life. It's
No, Debbie, they're so safe. There's never been a problem with a pipeline ever.
Right. So this one dumped 1,400 tons of molasses into the Honolulu harbor,
Oh.
and that deoxygenated the water, and that killed 26,000 fish and some other marine life as well.
Wow. Deoxygenated the water is insane.
Yeah.
That's wild. How does molasses deoxygenate the water?
I don't know. I don't do chemistry.
Well,
I
you're supposed to know everything.
I didn't look it up.
That's so weird.
Okay,
That's weird to think about.
This is the last one. Also, I feel like it's fun. I feel like it's fun. Also, I don't think anybody died, so it can be a little bit fun on that too. This one was in Norway in 2013. Okay.
Okay.
And it's known as the Norwegian cheese fire.
Oh, gosh. Weird things catch fire.
A truckload of 27 tons of caramelized goat cheese ignited in a tunnel, burning like fuel and closing the road for 5 days.
Wow.
So
How many tons?
27 tons
Oof.
of
That's
caramelized
a lot of cheese.
goat cheese. I think it was like on a truck or something. I can't remember how. Like,
27 tons.
yeah, it was a truckload. Yeah. Burning like fuel and causing the road to close down for 5 days.
Wow.
Cheese. That couldn't have smelled very good
No.
around there either.
No. What do you think smelled worse? The beer flood or the cheese fire?
I don't know. Like, they're different.
Yeah.
Like, the beer would smell
Beer
so
would have to smell
yeasty.
so bad.
Yeah, I don't think I would like the beer very much.
But
The
Robin
molasses
cheese-
would be hard to get out of anything. That would be a nightmare, trying to clean molasses.
I think the most terrifying ones would be those like dusty fires, like the powders just catching
I don't
fire
know
into like
what you could
fireball
possibly-
explosions.
What could you do to, like, stop that?
It's crazy.
Yeah, both of those were more like explosions. They weren't like something caught fire and they put it out. It was like the sugar refinery and the flour was just
Yeah.
blew up.
Wild.
Anyways, I thought you'd think some of those food related disasters would be kind of
Yeah.
fun. And they're still happening, you know,
Apparently.
in 2013.
Whew.
Yeah.
Well, careful in the kitchen, folks. Heard it here first. Flour is flammable and we put it in the oven.
PSA. Okay, so as always, we'll have your sources in the show notes.
Yep.
So if anybody needs any information on that, we'll have some of the
I
primaries.
used lots of sources in this one.
Yeah, we'll have those down in the show notes. So that's where you can always find stuff like that. And we will be back,
In 2 weeks.
and I'll tell you a story.
Ooh.
And we'll see how well you do guessing your lab libs.
Hey, maybe I'll get none right.
But that's not even fun.
It's kind of fun.
And it wasn't fun for me.
Well, it was fun for me.
All right, we'll be back.
Thanks for listening.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.